First of all, we're honored to be in the championship game, playing Tulane at their place. They're a very, very impressive football team, offensively, defensively, special teams. Their head coach is one of the best, along with their staff. So it's going to be a good one. We're familiar with each other, obviously playing each other, 3 weeks ago. So we're looking forward to playing.
Okay, we'll take questions for Coach Malzahn, please. We'll start with Kyle Nash, please, from Black and Gold Banneret.
Thanks, Coach. First of all, congratulations on making it to the championship. What do you feel like the biggest hurdle was this year that you had to cross to make it to this point?
Tell you what, we've had a few ups and downs. We had, obviously our quarterback, trying to stay healthy. We had a couple issues, and then, our backup coming in and doing a super job. So I just think overall our guys have played really good football to get to this point. Like I said, their goal all year was to be in the championship game and have a chance to win the championship. Now it's here before them, and so I'm just real proud of our team.
Well, next, do I see Mike Bianchi from the Orlando Sentinel?
Coach, congratulations. You were talking after the game against USF about how, to win championships or even to play for championships, you have to make big plays. I'm just wondering, the Alec Holler catch, have you seen that? I'm sure you've seen it on tape. What type of play was that? How did you think he got in bounds, and rank that catch as far as some other great catches you've seen?
Yeah, I tell you, it had the wow factor. There's no doubt about that. And, got a chance to watch it after the game, on my phone, and, the way that he caught the ball one hand, then he drug his foot, hit the pylon, and, was in bounds. In that moment, it's not just a great catch, but it's a great catch in that moment, in that rivalry, and helped us get us to the championship game. So it was really good as it gets.
What follow up, just Alec's story in general. Can you just talk about, how he got to where he's at?
Yeah, when I first got here, he was a walk-on, but the way he was performing on the practice field, I didn't realize he was a walk-on probably till, 2 weeks into the spring ball, and put him on scholarship right after spring. He's like a coach on the field. He plays our H-back position, which we give a lot of flexibility, and helps really give us information on how defensive ends and how defenses are playing. So he's a really good blocker. He does a lot of the dirty work. He doesn't get a lot of credit for that. And then, of course, when he has a chance to make a play, he's really had a really good season for us catching the ball too.
Thank you, Coach.
Next to Mark Narducci from Hero Sports, please.
Coach, could you update us on your quarterback situation? With you had mentioned about the hamstring with John Rice, just how things are with that.
Yeah, he's getting treatment. This is our off day today. He feels better than he did yesterday. The thing about, he's been dealing with this thing, for a few weeks. So, the good thing is he knows how to probably manage it. So, we're just hoping each day, he'll feel better and better.
Okay, thank you.
We'll take the next one from Ken Segura, please, Atlanta Journal-Constitution.
Hey, Gus. I was going to ask you about Willie first. I'm curious kind of what your history is with him and your thoughts about the job he's done at Tulane.
Yeah. I played coach against Willie when I was at Auburn. His team was extremely, tough. I think we won 20-something to 7 or something, but it was really a closer game than that. So I have a lot of respect for him as a coach. And then obviously we played him last year and we won at the end of the game. Last year was a real close game. And of course this year, he's got those guys that have been playing, really good football for 2, 3, 4 years, got a veteran team, and they're so good defensively. Offensively, they run the football, which, I believe to win a championship, you have to do that. And so he's a really good coach, and it doesn't surprise me at all. I know last year I think they only won 2 games or whatever. They didn't play when they played us. It didn't seem like a two-win game. So I knew they were going to be really good this year.
Thank you.
Okay, next we'll go to Gary Smith, New Orleans Advocate, please.
Yeah. Hi, Gus. Just what are the challenges in playing a team that you beat once at their place and then getting a rematch with them and having to do it all over again?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is like playing one of the top teams in the country on their home field again. They're they're one of the best teams, I think. And, we had to play well, to beat them the first time. It went down really, we had to recover onside kick. So, have a little experience playing the same team in a championship game before. So hopefully that'll help, but you just gotta, you gotta really put together your plans and be ready to adjust.
Take the next one from Ed Daniels, WGNO in New Orleans, please.
Hi, Coach. Spears has been so great for them. Everything they did in that game against Cincinnati kind of went off of what he did. What can you do to kind of remedy that situation for your defense, or is there one?
Yeah, he's a phenomenal player, and they do a really good job up front. The quarterback's a run threat too, so it presents a lot of challenges. But that they're committed to running the ball, and especially the last 2 weeks, and they ran it pretty good against us too. So that's really a focal point. I mean, we got to stop the run and really try to contain him, and they're really good at it.
We'll go next to Dan Tortora, Wake Up Call DT, please.
Coach, looking at the fact of coming into this conference last season and having success, having a winning record, and then being here this season, just what you can say about the American overall and the level of competition that you've taken, knowing that this school is going to be moving on to the Big 12, just how you're leaving this conference and what you've taken from the conference.
Yeah, I've been very impressed. There's a lot of balance. There's probably more parity in college football than ever before, and this conference has some real teams, and it's week to week, and it's extremely hard to win on the road. There's some real impressive teams, and I've been impressed with this conference.
And you look at UCF and what success they've had over the past decade and a lot of these recent years with different coaches. What's it been like with your culture and your environment and the success you feel like you're having? How would you describe kind of UCF coming in when you got to the program and what it's looking like a couple of years in?
Yeah, of course, I'm real blessed to be here, and I took over a really good situation, and they left me some good players, and this place is used to winning. And I just always felt like if the right guy would get here and stay here and be committed to building this thing and not look at it as a stepping stone, it could be one of the best jobs in college football. And been here almost 2 years now, and I believe it more today than ever before, with how you can recruit, and obviously the NIL and everything that goes with it. But there's no NFL teams in Orlando, and Orlando is an unbelievable place to live and go to school. And we got a great school, and we got great administration. So everything is set up for the future.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you for what you've done.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll take two more. We'll go with Eric Lopez, and then we'll follow up with Mike Bianchi. Eric, the floor is yours.
Coach, what's going to be the message to your players? You've coached in these championship games. What do you tell your players that haven't been in this situation that's going to be the key to decide to win a championship?
Yeah. I mean, everything, you need to play good, clean football and need to turn it loose. I mean, that's really what this is about. It's about best players playing their best games and the biggest moments. And so really excited to watch our guys, compete.
Okay, we'll go to Mike Bianchi for the last one, please.
Yeah, Coach, just one thing. What would it mean for this team and this program to last year in the American sort of momentum going into the Big 12 next year to win on Saturday?
Yeah. First of all, it's a big game regardless, and then the last year in the conference, that's bigger, and then of course a bowl game for the really good bowl game for the winner. So there's a lot on the line here. It'll be big for us, big for our program. Playing like I said, I think they're one of the better teams in college football. I mean, they went to Kansas State and got after them pretty good too. So it'd be a big win for us.
Thanks.
Well, Coach, thanks for giving us a few minutes this morning. We'll see you in Orlando on Friday, and then